Namaste, my name is Jyoti Dhaya and welcome to Learning with JD. In today's session, we are going to see what are the various roles of project manager, what are the roles that we as project managers have to perform while managing our project. We are going to see how the project manager is going to influence the project and how does the project manager perform integration of the project. Before starting today's session, I request you to like, share and comment on the previous videos that I have uploaded. You can check it out on my channel. Also request you to subscribe to my channel to never miss a notification of the videos that I keep on uploading. So what are we waiting for? Let's begin. We are on Learning with JD, and let me give you a perspective of what we are going to cover in today's session. So today we are going to talk about what our job profile is. What are we supposed to do? What is the role of a project manager? Let's move on. Alright, so what are we going to cover today? Who is a project manager? Who are we? What are the influences of a project manager? So how does it impact your project? What are the project manager's competencies? Very important, right? We need to understand just project management skill is not important. You will be surprised to know that. We'll see that in detail. And how does the project manager perform integration? So while we are talking about project management, the entire project management boils down to integration, right? So we have to look at that and how does a project manager perform the integration task? So what's an overview? Let's just quickly look at what the role of a project manager is. So the role of a project manager may vary from organization to organization. It doesn't have one standard thing that will always apply to all the project managers of all the organization. It always varies depending upon what environment you're working. But there are three basic things that you always have to remember for a project managers for being a project manager, right? First, the knowledge skills. The project manager is not expected that he's supposed to do everything of a particular project. There can be a possibility that the project manager does not have experience in managing cost. So he will hire an SME who will come and help him out for managing the costing part of it. But the main important thing that the project manager should possess is project management skills, technical knowledge, understanding and experience. As a project manager, you should be capable of managing people. You should have the basic knowledge and understanding of what your project is all about. Membership and roles. A large project may have more than 100 project team members who are working under them. He may have 100 of project team members working under him. As a project manager, you should have the responsibility and the capability of managing a large team, right? So that's how we call it as membership and roles. And the third one is the responsibility for the team. Very important. It is always said that a great project manager is the one who gives credit to the team for all the successes and takes the blame of all the failures. So the project manager is responsible for what the team produces. It cannot go back to the sponsor and say that I was not responsible for this particular task, the team member has done it. That's not acceptable. As a project manager, you have to own complete ownership. You have to own complete responsibility of what your team produces. So that's an overview of what is the role of a project manager. Now, what is the definition of a project manager? A project manager is different from a functional manager or an operational manager. Now, what is the responsibility of a functional manager? Functional manager focuses on providing management oversight for that particular function or a business unit. If there is a particular function manager who heads marketing, he will take care of only his marketing unit. Right? He will not be responsible for the entire project. And what's an operational manager? Operation manager ensures that the business operations are efficient. Operation manager will not be responsible for the project. And the project manager is the one who leads the team and is responsible for achieving the project objectives. Any project, we have learned about what is project while we were talking about PMBOK. So we know what a project is. Project is a temporary endeavor. So while we talk about a temporary endeavor coming into action, project manager is the one who will be managing and leading the team who is responsible for achieving the project objectives. Yeah. All right. Now let's see what is the project manager's sphere of influence. So we have seen that the project manager is the one who manages the project, who leads the team, who has knowledge, who has the capability of managing the entire spectrum of things that come under a particular project. Now, how does a project manager influence? Now, what do you mean by influence? Taking control of or ensuring that because of your presence, somebody gets impacted or somebody listens to you or obeys to you or agrees to what you are saying. Now, how does a project manager influence various roles? Now, if you look at the project manager here, if you look at the project manager, it is right in the center. It has everything around it, all the stakeholders, including the project team, the sponsor, everybody is around the project manager. So the person who is most influenced by the project manager is obviously the project team. The project team, the resource managers, the other peer managers are the most influenced by a particular project manager. Then comes the sponsor. The sponsor will also listen to what the project manager says, right? So that's the second part of it. So the sponsor, all the governing bodies, the steering committees, the PMO's office. So that is again influenced by the project manager. And the last comes the end customer. The customer, the end user, the stakeholder is the one which is least influenced by the project manager. The project manager has the lowest influence on these parties. So this is how it has been bifurcated in terms of how does the project manager behave and to whom the influence of the project manager is the maximum. Now, project manager is the right of changing the project team, of understanding what the resource capabilities are, assigning it what the resource capabilities are, assigning to that particular role and responsibilities. Now it has the least control over what the end customer or the user or the stakeholders think. Yeah. Now let's see how does the project manager influence the project. Now let's see all the aspects. Okay. Now what is the influence on the project? The project manager leads the project team to meet the project's objective. We all know that. Another part is managing the stakeholders' expectation. So that is the key thing that the project manager manages. The project manager also has to work towards managing the constraints, the assumptions, and work within the project with the resources which are available. So that is the impact of the project manager on the project. The project manager also performs communication roles. Now that is the key thing. It is said that maximum of the time the project manager is communicating, because he would not be an expert in all these spheres, right? He will not be expert in so he will not be specialist in cost, in risk, in HR. He will not. So what will he do? He will just be doing communication role there. He will be communicating between the sponsor, between the team members and other stakeholders. So that will directly impact the project. So the researchers reveal that the top 2% of the project managers, the way they are distinguished by the rest of the 98% of the project manager is purely because of the superior relationship and communication skills. So it is said that the project manager is liked or disliked by the project team, the sponsor, the stakeholder because of his relationship skills and communication skills. So as a project manager, you have to ensure that you are always communicating and communicating in the right manner with all the stakeholders. Your stakeholders also include your project team. Now, how does a project manager influence the organization? How does it have an impact on the organization? The project manager interacts with other project team members or other project managers. Very important. Why do we always say that the project manager should have that communication with the other project managers to build relationships? In case if there's a resource which is shared, in case if there is any other constraint in your project, you can always seek help from the other project managers. Project manager seeks ways to develop relationship that assist the team in achieving the goals. That is the ultimate thing that an organization is expecting, right? It is expecting that the goals are achieved. And that's what the project manager's role is all about. It helps in, depending on the organizational structure, the project manager may report to the functional manager. Now, we have seen certain scenarios where the project manager reports to the functional manager. In such scenarios, the management of the project is very difficult because that project manager, that functional manager is very focused to its own function, and the project manager has to look at a holistic view, right? Not just one function, but we have seen, depending upon the organization structure, that in many organizations the project manager reports to the functional manager. Okay, the project manager works in collaboration with other roles such as organizational managers, all other organizational managers, the SMEs, subject matter expertise, and those who are involved in business analysis. Why? Because the project manager is the one who has to achieve the objectives, right? The project objective is something that is to be achieved by the project manager, and hence it is extremely important that they are involved with all the other organizational managers, the SMEs, and the business analyst. So as a whole, the responsibility of a project manager is very vast. It is not only restricted to managing a project, it is not only restricted to knowing some understanding, or it is not only restricted to understanding some technical requirements, but it is at a holistic view of an organization. To the industry as a whole, how does the project manager has to behave as an industry as a whole? The project manager has to always be informed about what is happening in the current industry trends, right? Because as a project manager, if there's something, a best practice which is happening in the other organization or in any other industry, as a project manager, you should be aware about that. You should know what is happening in the industry and how does things move. It is not only in terms of, not only limited to product and technology development, but also, standards, technical support tools, influence affecting the project management discipline, process improvements, and sustainability. There are a lot of things that keep on changing in the market. Things don't remain the same always. So accordingly, the project manager should always be informed as to what is happening in the industry. Across discipline. And what do we mean by discipline? Project managers are also professionals, right? And what do you mean when you are a professional? There's a level of discipline, there's a level of code of ethics that you need to follow. A professional project manager may choose to orient and educate other project professionals regarding the value of project management. Now he can always be inspired seeing that there is a better project management skills which I have, and I think I can always share it across with the other project managers, which will help them grow. Now this can be within your organization, it can even be outside of the organization if the organization permits, right? The project manager may serve as an informal ambassador by educating the organization to the advantage of project management, which means that, we saw this in the first video, right? Project management is what? It is about making you a much more structured person, a person who organizes things properly, right? That's what we are looking at here as well. As a project manager, you become like an ambassador of project management within your organization. You can always teach everybody, you can always share your knowledge and all the experience that you have in terms of project management with other peers in your organization and behave like an ambassador for them, right? Across discipline. Now, what are the project management competencies? This comes a 1-mark question in your examination. There can be a possibility that you get a question in your examination that states that there are multiple project managers which have applied for a role, and there are certain other competencies, which is the correct answer. This is the correct answer. There are three typical competencies that the project manager should have. One is technical understanding. Second is leadership skills. And third is strategic and business management. So when we talk about technical skills, we're talking about project management skills. Here you are a project manager, right? So as a project manager, technical project management skill means that you know what are the processes to be followed for managing a project, which means that you should know what is a part of PMBOK, which gives you a framework which helps you define as to how things will move on in a particular project. Second is leadership. What do you mean by leadership? Leadership is not management. Leadership is something where you involve people with your project. You ensure that people grow when you grow. You ensure that you take all responsibility of the team failure and give credit of all the successes to the team. That's what is known as leadership. And strategic and business management. It is known as one of the important pillar in the project management competencies, because if you are not aligned with the business and the management, if you are not aligned with the strategic and the business management goals, then you will not be able to succeed in your project, because it is very important for you to know what your organization needs are, right? Let's just quickly see what are the technical project management skills, part of the competencies. The top project managers consistently demonstrate several technical skills to efficiently apply project management knowledge to deliver the outcome for programs and projects. Now, what are the knowledges? What is project management knowledge? Knowledge about what the project is all about. You are aware how the industry is shaping up. You know what is happening in your organization, and you have the knowledge of managing that project. That is a technical project management skill. What do you mean by strategic and business management skills? Strategic and business management skills include the ability to see the high level overview of the organization. We just spoke about this, that you have to be aligned with what the goals of an organization is, right? If you are not aligned with what the organization wants and your project is working on some different direction, then you may not succeed in your project management skills as well. Project managers should be knowledgeable enough about the business. This word enough is very open-ended. You don't know how to define enough here. But enough means that they have knowledge about the business, right? Leadership skills involve the ability to guide, motivate, and direct a team. That's it. It's clear as that. It is the ability to guide, motivate, and direct a team. So these are the three key competencies of a project manager that the project manager should have for a successful, project completion. For being successful in project management stream, one is the technical project management skills, business and strategic management skills, and the third one is leadership skills. So within leadership skills, we have multiple sections. Let's see what are there. So we have different types of leadership skills. Let's see which all are there. First, dealing with people. A project manager should study people's behavior. Now these are all soft skills, very, very specific to what a person actually is. It cannot be taught. It can only be guided. You can be taught about how to manage a person, but the leadership qualities that you have, you are generally born with it, right? You earn a leadership quality, right? So a project manager should understand the people's behavior and motivation. There are various people for which the motivation levels are completely different. Like for example, I get motivated when I have a challenging job. Some people get motivated when they get highly paid. Some people are motivated if the organization provides security measures, right, or takes care of their medical emergencies. Now there are different motivational skills, and that's how the project manager should understand while dealing with people. The project manager applies leadership skills and qualities when working with all the project stakeholders, including the team, steering committee, and project sponsors. The second one is qualities and skill of a leader. Right? What are the qualities and what should be the skills of a leader? The qualities and skill of a leader include being a visionary. That is what is expected from a leader. Is this expected from a manager also? Maybe not. Being a visionary is expected from a leader and not from a manager. He has to be optimistic, whatever the scenario is, wherever the situation goes. At that point of time, the leader has to be optimistic and positive. He has to ensure that he is collaborative, managing relationship and conflict. He should be respectful. He gives credit to others. We saw this before as well, right? And focuses on important things. He's being able to apply critical thinking. Now, these are the qualities and the skills of a leader. Politics, power, and getting things done. There is a team which is looking up towards the leader. The leader cannot back out during crisis. He has to stand there tall, taking care of the team and getting things done. Right? Whatever it is good, bad, positive, negative, whatever. Politics and its associate elements are not good or bad, positive or negative alone. Leadership and management are ultimately about getting things done. Yeah. The skills and the qualities noted help the project manager. These skills and qualities of the project manager help to achieve the project goals and objectives. The project manager, the leader, if the project manager is a leader, his leadership skills that we spoke about, he will be able to deal with people. He will have quality and skills. He will be able to manage things politically and get things done. So these are the important things of a leadership skills which the project manager should possess. Now, what is the comparison between a leadership and a manager? What is the first thing that comes in your mind when you think about a management resource and you think about a leader? The words leadership and management are often used interchangeably, but they are not the same. They are not the same. The word management is more closely associated with directing another person, just telling them, you manage this, you have to handle this part, you have to handle this part, from this point to another point. So that is something what is known as management. It will give direction as to what a person has to do. Now, what do you think when you talk about leadership? A leader is someone who involves others in the work that is being done. He will involve in the discussion. He will take your feedback. He will give you feedback. He will guide you by taking that person from one to another, but he will not push you. So that is the difference between a leader and a manager, and leadership and management. Project managers need to apply both. Both are extremely important. Are we saying one is good, one is bad? No, never. We are not saying that. We are not saying project management is one important aspect that the project managers have to follow, or leadership skills is the only skill that the project manager should have. No, project manager has to apply both leadership as well as management skills in order to be successful. Now, there are some leadership styles. Let's look at them. There are different leadership styles. You may get some questions around this in your examination. Now, this is a French word, laissez-faire. Laissez-faire means where you are allowing the team to take their own decision. Now, that is also a leadership quality. It doesn't mean that, just dictating them or telling them what needs to be done and always being involved in the project only means leadership. No. Letting the team take its own choices is also a leadership quality. Okay, so that's the first style of leadership. The second style is transformational. Means what? It inspires, it motivates the team, it inspires the team. It ensures that the team is motivated enough to complete the task which has been assigned to them. The next one is charismatic. able to inspire, and is always high in energy. So that is the leadership style. Now the next is interactional. Interactional is a combination of all these three. A project manager uses all these three leadership styles in proportion. That is what is known as interactional. The next one is transactional. Transactional is a very straightforward leadership style. They will just focus on the goal, provide a feedback. That's it. They will work on the project. They will focus on the goals that needs to be achieved. In case if there is anything which is going wrong, they will just give a feedback and that's it. That is transactional. And the last one is servant leader. It demonstrates commitment to serve and put people first. If a team member is into trouble, they need any help, they will be the first person to keep the team in front and giving them top priority. So that is about servant leaders. So these are the leadership styles which most of the project managers demonstrate. Now the personality. What do you mean by personality? Personality refers to the individual differences in characteristics, pattern of thinking, feeling and behaving. Have you ever seen two people who have the same personality? That will never happen. Even twins don't have the same personality. Even their choices are different. So personality plays a very important role. If you are a person who manages people well, who is a very good communicator, who understands the leadership style, who understands people requirement, you are in the right stream. Yeah. Personalities or traits include courteous. You have to be courteous. You have to be creative. You cannot be working in the same style always. As a project manager, to keep your team motivated, you should always be creative. You have to be emotional, intellectual, managerial, political and social systematic. So these are the various personality characteristics. An effective project manager will have some level of ability with each of these characteristics in order to be successful. A project manager will definitely have leadership styles. It will definitely have a strong personality. It will be courteous towards the team. It will be creative in the work. He has to be emotional, intellectual. So these are the important personality skills that a project manager should possess. Performing integration. The role of a project manager is twofold when performing the integration. One, the project manager plays a very important role in working with the project sponsor to understand the objectives. Right? The project manager has to understand. No, he has to believe in the project. He has to first understand what the project is all about with the project sponsor. And the other responsibility is to guide the team to do that work. Right. So the first part of the twofold is to understand from the sponsor what the requirement of the project is and what are the objectives. And second is to guide the team to ensure that they work together to achieve the objectives. Now these are the two important responsibilities of the project manager. Another important part here is performing integration at the process level. The project management is a set of processes. We know that, right? There are various processes which are available and the activities that are undertaken to achieve the project objectives. Some of these processes may take place once, but there are many other where there will be an overlap and occur several times throughout the project. So the project manager has to manage them at a process level, right? Specifically the PICC, which we often call as Perform Integrated Change Control. Now this process occurs throughout the project for integration of the change request. This happens throughout. Now integration at a cognitive level. The project manager has to become proficient in all the project management knowledge areas. I understand that he will not have a complete understanding of all the knowledge areas, but he should be proficient in that. He should be aware about what the knowledge areas are all about and how do they impact your project. So that is what is something that is expected by the project manager, right? The project manager applies its experience, the leadership style, the qualities, the technical and business management skills to the project. Now, integration at the context level. The project manager needs to be cognizant of the project context and these new aspects when managing the integration. Then the project manager can decide how to best use these new elements of the environment in their project to achieve success. Complexities within project is a result of the organization system behavior, human behavior, and uncertainty at work in the organization and its environment. There are three important dimensions of complexity. One is ambiguity. There can be ambiguity, there can be something that you're not sure about. There's system behavior, how the organization, how the industry or the system as a whole behaves, and how is the human behavior, how is the behavior of the team, of the sponsor, of you as a project manager. So these are the three key dimensions of the complexities. When approaching the integration of a project, the project manager should consider elements both the inside the organization and outside the organization. When I say organization, it is inside and outside of the project. Now, when you are a project manager, you are managing that project, right? So that's the whole and soul for you at that point of time. The project manager should examine the characteristics and properties of the project also. What is the project output going to help? What is the characteristics of the product that you will be releasing? The properties of the project. These are all important questions that the project manager should examine. Let's see what the summary of what we just learned today. One, what is the role of a project manager? First, most basic responsibility of a project manager is he is responsible for achieving the project's objective. Collaborates with other roles, other teams, SMEs, or other project managers, demonstrate leadership skills. We saw 6 leadership skills, right? So the project manager has to demonstrate the leadership skills. Knowledge about technical skills. He should have knowledge about the technical skill. He cannot just get into a project about what he is not aware at all. If there's a mechanical engineering guy and suddenly he gets into a infrastructure project, it will not work. Stays informed about the current industry trend. We saw that he has to be aware about what is happening in the industry as a whole and how is it going to impact his project. So that is the important role that he has to always perform. And perform integration on the project. He has to get all the processes together, he has to get all the knowledge areas together and the integration of that project together. Got that? So guys, that is it from my end for today. I hope you liked the video. If you've liked the video, please like, share and comment on this video and the ones which I've uploaded previously also. Also, to never miss a video and to get a notification of all the new uploads that I keep on doing, please subscribe to my channel. I request you to also go back and view the previous video that I have uploaded, that is gives you an introduction about PMBOK. We have also uploaded the environments in which the projects operate. It's going to be important for you from your examination perspective. Go and check those videos out. It's going to be helpful. In the next session, we are going to talk about the process groups and the knowledge area. We'll start working on them in detail. Till then, stay connected, keep studying, and all the best.